Today we have another NX recall, and after the last two recalls, one for missing spot welds and the second one is for the video skid control programming, this time it's only for the plug-in hybrid, and it's a safety recall, which is not like a volunteer one. This is actually regarding safety of the vehicle. And this one is another one that probably would freak up some of you, and because it says potential risks of vehicle fire. I will look into this recall with a little bit more information, but it's hard to get more information at this time because this is a pre-notification and very little information is available at the time of recording. Before I start on today's video, I would like to introduce our new Instagram account at LSFD Videos. You can see some daily updates on my NX450h Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos, and you can reach out to me directly via direct messaging on Instagram if you have any questions. And now, let's start with today's video. Hey, it's LSFD here today, and today we're here to look at the 2022 Lexus NX450h Plus, the plug-in hybrid. This morning, waking up with a notification on Facebook where a fellow group member on the NX450h Plus group on Facebook posted a screenshot of his Lexus mobile app saying that there is a safety recall on certain models year 2022 Lexus NX450h Plus with a potential risk of vehicle fire. I immediately went to my Lexus app and nope, nothing was there. It took a while for it to refresh. Typical Lexus app, right? Slow and doesn't get updated that frequently. So then I went to Lexus Canada website, put in my VIN, and there it is. So I reached out to my contact at a Lexus dealership in the Greater Toronto area and confirmed that they also received an email from Lexus Canada that this is a safety recall, and at this point there is still very limited information. So first off, let's look at the US recall. And thank you for the folks who are in the Facebook group and posting your screenshot of the safety recall so that I can actually provide it to other folks. So you can see here it says overview, the safety recall 23LA01, and in brackets interim notice 23LB01. So this one is a little bit weird. There's actually two note codes, and I think what's happened is they're giving us an interim notice because the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has not provided an actual ID yet. So they've submitted the information, but they have not came back with a recall number. So that's why you see that there is a 23LA01 as the manufacturer recall code, and then there's also an interim notice of the 23LB01 as the notice. So they've actually giving us heads up rather than waiting for this all to happen, then give us a recall code. So they're saying that certain model, year 2022 NX450h Plus, potential risk of vehicle fire. So that is a little bit scary, right? So the description here says that a component that converts electricity voltage could be damaged in manufacturing and experience a short circuit, generating excessive heat. Under certain conditions, this short circuit can generate enough heat to increase the risk of a vehicle fire. So you can see here, there's saying that there's nothing related to like when your engine is running and you start smelling some burnt smell. A lot of that could be just because you have something that's stuck with the engine, and because the engine has just started, it burns away all the stuff. But reality is this is related to a component that converts the electric voltage. And if you're clear about how the plug-in hybrids work, it's really the DC to DC converter. So converting the high voltage into the 12 volt voltage, that's what really that is. So if you look at what is the remedy here, it says Lexus is currently preparing the remedy for this issue. When the remedy is available, Lexus dealers will replace the DC to DC converter with a new improved part, free of charge. And at this time, Lexus estimates that the remedy can be available in the fourth quarter of 2023, but the timing is still subject to change. Some of you may be a bit concerned because there's a potential risk of a vehicle fire. there's definitely a risk there, right? And they really haven't told us if to not park the car in a garage and keep it outdoors, like the Hyundai and Kia engine fires. And so, meaning I'm not too concerned at this point. And I hope that no car has actually caught on fire, but they definitely haven't told us anything. And I don't think anybody has actually advised in the groups or anybody saying that their car just went on fire. So I think the risk is there, but it probably hasn't happened yet. So my understanding from a fellow group member on the Facebook group also said that his 2021 Toyota RAV4 Prime has the same recall as well. So you know now that the scope of this is much larger. And it could mean that the supplier who provides the DC to DC converter may have found an issue while producing these converters, and now they've notified Lexus that there may be a potential issue here. Let's look at what is the potential volume number of cars that we're looking at. So I'm going to pull up the sales numbers for 2022 on the plug-in hybrid and the RAV4 Prime and just have a sense of how big is this recall. So you see here, the Lexus NX plug-in in 2022, they sold 3,507 units in the United States. So if we look at that, and they actually sold 18 of them in 2021 as well. So just looking at that in total, 3,500-ish vehicles are potentially at risk of having this recall. Then we move up to the Toyota RAV4 Prime, and you can see in 2022 they sold 18,567. In 2021, they sold 27,707, and potentially even more in 2020. So if you look at all that combination, we have a grand total of 49,799 units. And that could actually still be more because we don't know if 2020s are impacted. We do not know if the Prius Prime is impacted. So at this point, we do know based on 2021 and 2022 sales of the both plug-in hybrids, we're talking about 50,000 units in the United States. So I put in my VIN number into the lexus.ca website and I had to cross this out so you can see it's been X'd out, but I'm in the 3000 number range. And after putting it in, you see that I do have a safety recall SRC. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can get a little bit more easier to read. So you see it says here, so the code for Canada is XF4 and they have a reference of RF4. So you can see here it says interim notice, same thing as the United States, certain 2022 NX450h plus vehicles, DC to DC converter, potential risk of vehicle fire. So they didn't say all 2022 here. So they only said certain ones. So definitely I got it. Customer pre-notification. Please review the information below and in the attached document. No other immediate action is required by you at this time. A component that converts electricity voltage could be damaged in manufacturing and experience a short circuit, generating excessive heat. Under certain conditions, this short circuit can generate enough heat to increase the risk of vehicle fire. So the description is exactly the same. And the reference ID is RF4. So that's what we have here. And when I clicked on this, I got a 404 and I tried like an hour later and I finally got the actual PDF. So I'm going to show you the PDF now. All right, so this is the PDF that was in the additional information link. So it says Safety Recall Campaign, Owner Pre-Notification. Lexus has filed a notice of defect with Transport Canada and it is currently preparing the remedy for subject vehicles. Please read the information below, and there's no other action required to be taken by you at this time. So it's saying that the purpose of this pre-notification is to provide you with important information about this recall. So it's saying what is the defect? So I think this is exactly the same as what we said before. It's saying that there could be damage to the manufacturing of the component that converts electricity voltage. And what it says is, what will Lexus do? So Lexus is currently investigating the issue and will be developing a remedy. When the remedy is available, it will be free of charge to guests. Lexus will send guest notification letters by first-class mail to owners of vehicles covered by this safety recall. So you can see that the messaging is a little bit different here. In the United States, it explicitly said it was the DC to DC converter, and that the remedy would be replacing with a new and improved DC to DC converter. But in Canada, it's just saying that they're still developing a remedy and they will fix it. They didn't really say what it is. So then what it says here is, what should I do? Well, once you receive the owner notification letter, return your vehicle to your Lexus dealer and the dealer will perform a repair at no charge to you. Then let's see what it says. What if I have other questions? So if you have further questions, please contact your service department at any Lexus dealer. They will be pleased to answer any questions you may have concerning this recall. There we have it. Not a lot of information, not even information regarding it was a DC to DC converter. I guess they wanted to be more easier for you to understand rather than telling you what the part is and what the hell is a DC to DC converter, right? Maybe that's what they're trying to do here. So they asked us that if we had any questions, we can reach out to our dealership and they can provide more information. So I actually went to the dealership and asked them, okay, what is this, right? And they gave me a few more information, and hopefully this information is useful for you and you would actually get some comfort after knowing a little bit more. Is there any warnings when this condition will occur? And of course, the biggest warning is your car is burning, right? But not really. So it would actually say that if this condition is occurring, the hybrid vehicle ECU may have the following information. It will say that the hybrid system stop in a safe place, shift to P, and see owner's manual. So you'll see that information on the multi-information display. You'll get a warning light, and you may also get a buzzer sound. So if you do see that, definitely stop, park on the side of the road, and get off it and call your dealer. It should be towed, and hopefully they will actually get a chance to look at it and replace it immediately. So that is the first thing that you probably would see, and the first warning that the condition is occurring. So first question you would say is there anything that I can do to prevent this from happening or to minimize the risk, right? So they actually gave me some tips here. So they're saying that before anything is changed, before the recall is done, you can reduce the potential of this happening. And that is, don't charge your vehicle if the temperature outside is expected to be below 5 degrees Celsius or 41 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you're living in a country right now where it's extremely cold, you may have a higher potential risk here. For the folks who are in North America, in Canada, in the United States right now, I don't see this as a problem, probably until November timeframe. So hopefully by then, they would have a remedy and we already have our cars in and have that DC to DC charger replaced. So they're saying that the potential risk, so keep in mind, it's not bulletproof, but to reduce the potential of this occurring, don't charge your vehicle when it's below 5 degrees. So then I asked, how many of the lucky ones have actually got this recall? And they told me approximately 300-ish NX450h plus owners in the model year 2022 have been impacted in Canada. So there we have it. That's all information I have right now regarding this recall, and I know some of you are still freaking out because there's a potential fire hazard here, and I know it's a little bit uncertain, but we can only wait. You can definitely go and reach out to your dealer and see what else that can be done to help you feel better. And when I get more information, I will definitely let you know with a new video. And when it's time for me to do my recall, I will definitely have a video on that as well. And until next time, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please comment, like, and share this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that alert button to get notified when new videos are posted. If you'd like to support the channel, you can definitely provide a super thanks. I'll see you guys again next time in the next video.